What's going, y'all? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Swisher. I'm back again. I haven't did a video since the draft and free agency and all that. Been dealing with some family issues. I'm not gonna say family issues, but just been you know being a man. Gotta provide. Family gotta eat. But got some free time, so I'm gonna talk about what I've been reading up and hearing lately. Shout out to my boy Ray Ray. I also want your opinion on this, bro. I would like for you to make a video on this as well. Now, they're saying that Clowney's a bust, and I gotta also shout out to Greg Rosenthal on NFL Network, man, because he put. I'm not gonna say he stuck his neck out there for Clowney, but pointed out some really good things, and one of the things that he pointed out was Clowney's one hell of a run defender, and one of the linebacker who he reminds me of, who was actually the complete opposite of his status. He reminds me of James Harrison from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now we all know James Harrison went undrafted, got cut 4 times, and ended up with before making his way to the Steelers. But that's another story for another day. But as an end result, we all know how his career turned out. Yes, he was a phenomenal pass. Well, I'm not gonna say phenomenal pass rusher, but he made his money off of beating guys on the run. He set a hard edge and very dependable. Now, has Clowney been dependable? You can't really say it's his fault because it's football. Injuries happen, but going into his third year, everybody's saying that Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald is having better careers, and with all due respect, they are, you know. But who's to say that these one of those two guys may end up having a Clowney year where they end up getting hurt? Do we all of a sudden call them bust because they've been able to produce, and then all of a sudden they get hurt and they're not the same player that we are accustomed to seeing? Do we call them bust then? I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna leave you that for y'all, but back to the Greg Rosenthal thing. He was just mentioning the fact that he was a really good run defender. True enough, the Patriots were shuffling around a bunch of guys offensively on their offensive line and whatnot, but Sebastian Vollmer was, I think it's Vollmer. I think I said that wrong. One of the better tackles in this league in the NFL, and Clowney, if I'm not mistaken, was being double teamed on that play, and he ripped through it. I mean, because the end result was him getting a sack on Brady. Might I add, he had two that night. But for the sake of all the people that may come across this and be like, well, the Patriots, they were shuffling their offensive line. They didn't have a really good line. They didn't have five guys that had continuity. Okay, I'll give y'all that. But still, when a guy beats a double team, regardless of if it's y'all haven't tried 13 different combinations on the O line, these guys are professionals. They getting paid like professionals. Maybe not like elite professionals, but they're getting paid. They're playing in the National Football League. That's what your job is, to stop this guy. I mean, I'm not understanding how they want to call him a bust when the guy's been hurt. I mean, and hold on, matter of fact, now that really has crossed my mind, and sorry that my finger's in the way, I'm trying to hold up the camera, but now that it's really crossed my mind, want to know what the situation really reminds me of? Mario Williams. And we all saw what happened with that, and we all know that that was by far one of the dumbest moves made by the Texans. I mean, You don't draft the guy number one overall and then you cut him. I don't give a damn. If I draft the guy number one overall, I'ma commit to him. I'm gonna do what I have to do as a. For one, I'm a billionaire, so I'm going. It, money ain't a thing to me. I'm about to invest. I'm not gonna say every dollar, but I'm gonna invest a large portion of money into make sure that this guy's healthy because he's important to my football team. What? Oh man, it's thinking about it now. It's even starting to frustrate me. I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, they cut Williams. He goes to Buffalo. Has a few tremendous years, before Rex Ryan gets there and turns it to shit. But with reason why I brought up Williams was because in college he was doing the same thing that Clowney was doing. Hell of an athlete, got drafted number one overall. In college, he was a 4-3 defensive end. In the pros, what did they try to do? Make him a 3-4 outside linebacker. And we all know that that doesn't translate well. I mean, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but I mean, you don't want guys running the risk of getting hurt. I mean, with Mario, he got hurt. I mean, we ended up cutting him. Wasn't good. Had to completely rebuild after that. Thank God we got JJ Watt. I mean, you're good, baby. But all in all, this whole thing with him being a bust. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's not all in all. With thank you. Like I said, with reason why I was comparing them to because both of those guys were 4-3 ends in college. When they were dominating to get that number one overall status, they were number one over. I'm sorry, they were 4-3 defensive ends, not 3-4 linebackers. Whoever, I'm hoping somebody in the Texans brass can get this and watch this and relay the message. Clowney is a rare talent. Don't fuck it off trying to make him be something you want him to be. Let him go out there and be what he was naturally born to be, a pass rusher. Quit trying to sit there and make this man drop back into coverage and whatnot. I mean, let's be real about it. You want if y'all want the Super Bowl to run through Houston, and I'm a Houston Texans fan myself, I'm always repping no matter where I go, wherever I'm at. I'm in Colorado Springs right now, and I'll stay repping it all the way. But the fact of the matter is, when you take a guy like that, you gotta let him be what he's comfortable being. And that's if he's a 4-3 in, leave him there. Let him go back. I guarantee you put him back at his original spot. You work in, some sub packages to put him in that situation. I guarantee you, like you, baby. I guarantee you he'll churn out a few more sacks. I guarantee you he'll produce a lot more. You got to be able to adapt and play to your player's skill set, not force your players to play to your playbook. That's not smart football. That's not winning football. But I'm rolling up on 9 minutes, so like I said, man, it's been a while since I've done this. Sorry that my camera's like this, man. My screen's fucked up. I'm working on getting that fixed. It's a little hot, but I got the fan unplugged. I'm about to plug it up in a minute. But as always, man, like, subscribe, and peace, yo.